Let's turn to the DRC, where Goma residents continue to deal with the aftermath of a volcanic eruption. Access to clean water is among the pressing concerns. The UN's Children's Fund is working with partners to restore water supply for around 200,000 people. The eruption of Mount Nyiragongo melted water pipes and damaged a major reservoir. UNICEF and other aid organizations are supporting the state-owned water company in its efforts to restore the water supply. Well, earlier we talked to Raphael Tino, the head of the ICRC sub-delegation in Goma, about the situation on the ground. Here is what he had to say.
It's important to understand what happened exactly with this eruption. The lava flow destroyed some pipes, some water pipes that were critical, and heavily damaged one reservoir. And this entire system, pipes and reservoir, was supplying more than half of the population of Goma with water, namely 550,000 people. Shortly after that, the local water authorities, the Régie des Eaux, managed to make a bypass, what we call a bypass, in the pipes, and restore the water supply for about 400,000 people, which is amazing and has to be put to the credit of the authorities. This, however, left around 150,000 people without access to potable water. That in the east of the city. Not only the places that the lava had touched, but the entire east and center of the city was deprived of water. So that's one first element. Then the second one is that some people were displaced from this eastern part of the city to the western part, where the water is also scarce, and they put additional strain on already scarce water resources for themselves, for the local population, the host communities. And then a third element is that people left the city to different areas, especially to Sake, a city more in the west, and then also the water is extremely scarce, and there they also were faced with a dire lack of water. So hundreds of thousands of people were facing and have been facing shortage of potable water. And obviously, this is a major problem because obviously water is indispensable for life, but it's also one of the pillars of public health, because without potable water, the risk of the outbreak of diseases, waterborne diseases such as cholera, is much higher. So there are always several phases in a crisis like this. The first phase, obviously, is the emergency. The emergency aims at helping people survive. So this reservoir that we restored, and this water tracking that we are processing is an emergency step. We also have other emergency operations. We provide water to hospitals. We provide water to the prison. We provide water to more rural areas outside the city of Goma. We also provide fuel for the pumping stations, so water keeps flowing in the pipes. All that is a temporary measure to make sure that we have the time to work on a more sustainable and more durable solution, which is repairing the water system. And of course, this is much more time-consuming, more resource-consuming, and for that, the ICRC, the International Federation of the Red Cross and Red Crescent Societies, the Congolese Red Cross, and the authorities are devising different options